Hey, what's up? This is Fred and welcome to The Shed. Today's video is recording vocals that pop by using different mics. I'm not going to tell you need an $8,000 Neumann from the 1960s. I don't have that. I'm going to try to show you how to work with what you have now. And if you're in the market for buying anything, maybe this video will give you a few ideas. Before we get started, please remember to hit subscribe. It really helps me out. And make sure you click the notification bell so you find out when I post a new video. I'm posting new videos every single week. Most of these techniques I'm going to talk about are techniques that I learned from high-end producers that I've gotten to record with over the course of my career. So you're going to hear about my approach, but you're going to eventually develop your own approach. If you saw my recent video about guitar pickups, I'll put the link below. You'll notice that I don't go for just the one perfect sound. It's often about the bigger picture and having different sounds that complement each other when they come together. So that's what I plan on showing you today. Let's get started. So the most important rule of recording is getting a good sound right out of the gate. Anytime you're thinking to yourself, we'll fix it later, we'll fix it in the mix, you're just creating more headaches and work for yourself down the road. It's important to get at the sound that you want and check it in the beginning so you have it right and it already sounds good. My daughter records her own music and she releases it under the name Lolito. I'll put a link below. She was recording in front of her computer and there's a wall right behind, about 3 feet away from the mic. And to me, I was noticing that the sound was going to bounce off the wall and come back and affect the mic. You want to watch for things like that. You have to watch your surroundings. Sometimes you want the sound of the room. Sometimes your room doesn't sound so good. I recently got one of these for my birthday. It goes around the mic as a baffle and blocks out the room sound. I have not used it yet, but I'll let you know in a future video how I feel about it. Another important thing that I use to my advantage is proximity effect. Proximity effect means that the closer you are to the mic, the more bass the mic is going to pick up. It's going to pick up the bass from my chest, my throat. If I back up, less bass, more clarity, it's going to be more clear. So when I'm recording another singer, I'll often listen to that and see if his vocal is going to come out in the mix. And if it sounds a bit dull and bassy, I'll ask him to back up a few inches, back up 6 inches maybe. Another thing you're going to need for your mic is a pop filter. I got this fancy red one which matches my studio for something like 20 bucks. I also got a metal one recently because of COVID. I wanted to be able to wash it. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a new Color Fred song called Don't Give Up on Me. This song came out about a year ago, but we're going to be listening to the completely unmixed raw version so that you can hear what sounds I got right in the beginning. So let's take a listen right now. So as you can hear, there's 3 vocals going on in that verse. All 3 of them are me singing. And I wanted to make them all be their own independent parts because they're overlapping and you don't want them to just melt together. You may notice the vocals are completely raw. There's no auto-tune. There's not even EQ. I put a little bit of compression on just to even it out. Otherwise, it's what's coming straight off the preamp when I recorded it. So for the lead in this song, I actually use this mic. It's the Bluebird from Blue. And it's not a fancy mic. It's about a $300 mic. I often think that this sounds great on female vocals. It's a really clear sound. It's the most crisp mic that I own. And that's why I chose it for the lead. If I were to choose a bassier mic and then decide later that I needed it to be crisp, then you're going to start EQing it. And that high end, you may bring out more noise or more hiss. It's better to get what you want up front, as I said before. And that lead vocal is going to sound like this.
Took a bit of insanity to release what's inside of me.
Nice and clean. It should cut through. For the next vocal I recorded, it was the most aggressive of the 3, so I used my SM7B. Sometimes you'll see it looks like this with the pop filter on it. The SM7 is a dynamic mic as opposed to a condenser mic. Condenser mics are powered with phantom power and it makes them very sensitive. When you get up on them, you can hear everything going on in your mouth it's kind of freaky. These mics, on the other hand, you could put an SM7 on a snare drum and it can take it easily. The SM7 is about $400, and once you get to know this mic, you see it literally everywhere. Every podcast, everybody recording home recordings, this is the mic to go to. It's very versatile. I really love it, but again, I use it where it's appropriate. When we recorded the Taking Back Sunday record, Louder Now, with Eric Valentine, Adam did his vocals mainly on a Neumann mic, and then I came in to do my vocals, and I actually used an SM7. Here I was in one of the top studios in Los Angeles, recording for Warner Brothers Records, and they put a $400 mic in front of me. It's not really what I expected. But it was really more about differentiating the two vocals. If all the vocals were as crisp and clear as the lead really wouldn't cut through. The lead wouldn't stand out. And that's what this is about. Now, another example is, if you were a multimillionaire and you needed to hang a picture on your wall, would you really need to go buy a $1,000 hammer? No, the $20 one works fine. You use the tool that you have that works the best for the situation. So that vocal with the SM7, that's going to sound like this.
Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me.
And then I actually doubled it here as well.
Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me.
For the third vocal in this verse, I decided to use the AKG C414. This mic is a little bit bassier, which fit because I wanted this vocal to be a bit smoother. It's more long held out notes. This mic's around $1,000, and what I like about it has different polar patterns on it, which means it can do omnidirectional all the way to supercardioid. And that basically means how much of the room do you want to pick up. It can pick up 360 or it can be very focused. I would say for really modern like metal or just very distorted music, you just need it to hone right in on the singer. For something more acoustic, or folky, it's nice to get some echo from the room. This mic also has a high pass filter and a pad. By the way, these switches are not just relegated to the more high-end mics. I have about a $200 AKG. This was my first vocal mic, and it has a high pass filter and a pad on it, and that can be really useful to get the sound up front that you want. So now here's what that vocal sounds like with the AKG mic.
Don't give up on me now.
And here it is doubled.
Don't give up on me now.
Okay, so now I want to put all three of the vocals together and let you hear those soloed without the music. Here's what we got.
Took a bit of insanity to release what's inside of me. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me now. Travel to the ends of the earth. Find out what your life is worth. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me now.
What I want to point out here is the crisp lead in the beginning.
Took a bit of insanity.
Then the smoother guy
what's inside of me. Don't give up
with the more aggressive up top. Listen how clear the vocal is here.
Travel to the ends of the earth.
That's the most important part to me, that when that vocal comes back, basically you have the lead guy, then you have two other vocals coming in to back him up. I want to make sure when that lead guy comes back that it still cuts through. And we'll listen to it one more time, see if you can tell that it does.
Took a bit of insanity to release what's inside of me. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me now. Travel to the ends of the earth. Find out what your life is worth.
And now we'll check it out with the music.
Took a bit of insanity to release what's inside of me. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me now. Travel to the ends of the earth. Find out what your life is worth. Don't give up on me.
So to review everything we talked about, make sure you get the right sound up front by using the right mic for the situation. I would start with the lead vocal, get that sound first, and base everything off of that. Remember proximity effect. Remember how the room affects your sound. Use the best polar pattern, pad, and high pass filter setting on the mic. Trust your ear, it's your #1 tool. You may not get it right the first time, but after doing it again and again, your gut will start to tell you what that golden sound you're looking for is. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Leave me a comment on what you thought of this video, and let me know if there's something else you want me to make a video about in the future. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.